Hi guys, just thought I'd do a very quick video. It's been a really long day in the salon. Eyes are hurting, do apologise, but I've got something in my eye. I think it might be hair, funnily enough. And it's late in the evening and my family are making loads of noise. I've been waiting 10 minutes just to see if I can get a window of opportunity to give you this quick video. It's funny, when you talk to customers, lots of things spring to mind and lots of great ideas come to mind. And I was talking to a customer today, well, a potential customer actually, and she was asking about her hair colour and everything like that. And it came to light that she was recommended by a friend, which is great. And she said something to me that really stood out. She said, because my friend that comes always feels really, really pampered, which on the surface of it, fair enough. But then it got me thinking, what is being pampered? Or how would we define being pampered? Now, I know people like having their hair shampooed, that's a big one. They love sitting and reading magazines, they're having a coffee, relaxing, that's part of it. But there's got to be, I think as far as we're concerned, more than that. I think, if I had to, because I knew the customer that she was talking about, actually it wasn't somebody I do, it was one of Claire's customers. And so I could kind of observe possibly what she meant by being pampered. And as I say, this is purely my take on it. But as I say, like things like obviously shampoo, obviously the act of having your hair cut, it's all pampering, I know. But the thing that really struck me probably that made this other person feel pampered and made this person want to actually come to us was something that is very rare in today's society. And the reason, because it's rare, it's unusual, and unusual things are deemed to be pampering. I mean, that's why we go to health spas, because they're not something that's there all the time. So what is the thing that I'm actually talking about? Well, listening. I know, really weird. You wouldn't think that part of pampering was being listened to. Excuse me. But think about it. How often are you really listened to? How often do you get asked, what do you think? How do you feel about that? How often when you speak and somebody listens to you, do you then get a question back that really kind of makes it clear to you that you have been listened to, because the person's asking a question based on the input that you've given? And I really think that actually that is a core part of being pampered, though it might not be something that somebody would initially say. I mean, if you were surveyed, I think you'd probably say, people love having their hair shampooed. That's fair enough. Magazines, having their hair cut, all these things, time to themselves. They're all important things, and I'm not saying they're not, they are. But really, at a really deep level, I think human beings have a need to be seen. And what I mean is by recognised. And as our world gets more and more crowded and more fast, I think there's less and less time for people. And I think, obviously, as a hairdressers, we know the main core thing we've got to deliver is a great haircut or a great colour or both. I understand that, that is foremost what people are there for. But I think the pampering part is, or big part of it, is the fact that I think we pride ourselves, Claire and I, on actually really listening to people at a deep level, at a level that recognises them as individuals. And I know that sounds a bit deep and meaningful, but that's what resonated with me when this lady said that, because I can remember watching this other lady with Claire, and that's what resonated with me, was that she was being listened to and looked after and cared for. And that is pampering. If you feel looked after, cared for, listened to, recognised. That is pampering at its most core level. And we used to have a saying, I'll finish now, but I used to have a saying is that loving the hair. But it's not just about the hair. We use the word love on purpose because, I mean, I don't think the British could stand it if you started turning around saying, you know, you love your customers, because everybody go, of course, over the top. But there is an aspect of that is true, and the aspect is that, you know, recognising people and considering them important, and not just by saying they are important, but by showing to them you value them. And the best way you can value them is by listening to them, because you're saying you're important to us. We want to hear what you've got to say. Anyway, I know it's a bit of a different video, you know, not a promotional video in any way. I guess it's blowing our own trumpet to a degree, but I felt that gives you a flavour, if you haven't been to the salon, of what we feel in our small but perfectly formed salons. Really at the core of what we do, apart from great hairdressing, is that we want to listen and advise you to the best of our ability, and that you go out not only with a great haircut and colour, but you feel that in the time you've been with us that you've really been listened to and you've been really treated as an individual, because, as I said earlier, that's rare in today's world, in my opinion. I don't know what you think. If this is appearing on the site, you might even want to comment at the bottom what you think. It's totally up to you. Anyway, got to go. It's been a long day. It's nearly 10 o'clock at night now. My eyes are tired and I think I'm going to go to bed. Or, well, no, might watch a bit of telly and then go to bed. But anyway, have a great evening and look forward to seeing you in the salon. Bye for now.